Hi there, and welcome to my review for The Florida Project. So The Florida Project is a new film by director Sean Baker, who has proven himself to be one of the greatest directors currently working in America. His previous two films, Starlet and Tangerine, were both really good films, and he's consistently improved across those three films. Starlet was a really great film about a porn actress. Tangerine was a really great film, both innovatively shot on an iPhone and also socially progressive. It's definitely one of the few films I've seen that has had any level of mainstream success that's about trans characters. And now The Florida Project, which is his best work yet. Although personally I only like it a little bit more than Tangerine. So The Florida Project takes place in a motel near Disneyland in Florida, and it follows the lives of a young girl and her mother who stay in one of the rooms. They are very poor and they live in poverty. It takes place over one summer. What the film is then about is just their everyday life and the drama that unfolds within that. What Sean Baker has sort of proven himself to be is a director similar to someone like Ken Loach from the UK. Someone who makes films which are non-judgmental about the characters, or however flawed or bad that they may be. His films are always sympathetic, but they're not oblivious to the bad things that characters do. And that's kind of what it is. They're non-judgmental is the crucial aspect of the film. So The Florida Project features these characters and the various misdeeds they get up to. It follows it all from a child's perspective, so it's all about how children see the world and how they view the world of poverty and the dark and seedy adult world that's around them. In fact, some of the areas the film touches on go far beyond what you get in American cinema. American cinema is so sanitised. It's one of the things that I think distinguishes Hollywood from European cinema, is that European cinema is willing to get dirty with the real gritty aspects of life and what poor people live with. I think American cinema avoids poverty at any opportunity. The Florida Project doesn't. The Florida Project in no way avoids it. The Florida Project is all about poverty. It's all about the way people's dreams are crushed just by the scenario of their lives and by things that are outside their control. To some extent, of course, the characters are, of course, to blame. They do things which don't improve their situation. I really hope that right now American cinema really does take heed of this, because it's one thing that's sorely lacking from Hollywood, is that Hollywood never deals with the little people. It very rarely deals with the impoverished. And films in recent years like American Honey and now this are films which are very strongly about that, and that's something I really hope catches on in Hollywood, because this whole sort of new cinema sort of verite style is a very good style, and it really matters. It really is important to let people know how other people live. Or alternatively, to show people their realities on screen. So because it follows the film from a childlike perspective, it touches on the themes about dreams that are crushed by being in this scenario, and having to live in this motel because you can't afford housing, or having problems to pay rent, or having problems paying housing, or having trouble raising a child right, or having trouble getting that proper things you need. The lead actress playing the main young girl, Brooklyn Prince, really is outstanding here. She's a newcomer, being only I think 7, and she's utterly fantastic. The other real standout is Willem Dafoe, who plays the kind-hearted manager of the hotel. He really brings life and energy, and he brings almost all of the film's humanity, really, because he is as non-judgmental as the film is. He is almost a personification of what the film is about. He is housing the characters and letting their stories be told in the same way that the film is. The Florida Project is simple. It has Sean Baker's usual sort of flair for just showing events and having quite a kinetic feel to it, and having also a very realistic feel. It feels real, it feels gritty, it feels also kind of playful. It doesn't let itself get bogged down. It isn't a fully depressing film, but it is certainly a film which at moments makes you question things and makes you feel sad. Overall, I think it's a masterpiece from beginning right up until the very end. There are a couple of sequences which I think are either a bit too contrived, or I think maybe needed a bit of editing. There's little issues here and there, but nothing that really dents the film. The only big dent is in the very last minute. I think there's a real emotional release towards the end, and I think the film undercuts it with an ending which is totally against what I think the film has otherwise been doing. For the sake of spoilers, I won't explain it here, but if you read my written review, which there'll be a link in the description, I do discuss with spoilers why I dislike the ending. As a fairly unspoilery, very quick summary, the ending doesn't work because the ending adds nothing thematically or emotionally that the rest of the film didn't already tell you. It's just an artsy, pretentious front on a film which was humble and unpretentious and modest for the rest of its runtime. Overall, I think the Florida Project is just wonderful. It's endearing, it's really important, it's really fascinating. It shows you characters that are underrepresented in Hollywood. It gives them something that you can really grip onto. You believe in them, you care about them, you understand what the things they do. It might not be the sort of film which you necessarily like everybody, but I think the point is that you're meant to be non-judgmental and just view their lives and then take away why you think life is like that. It might even have no social message as well, which is also possible. One of the things about Sean Baker's work is that although he clearly is a progressive in that he touches on progressive things, he never makes his films about the politics. Like you will not leave the Florida Project going, oh, obviously this means I should be voting for X, or obviously this means that these sort of policies are better. No, what it shows you is characters, and it's up to you then where you think things go. I love the fact that he's compassionate and that he has this worldview, that he brings these images to the forefront. Florida Project is a fantastic work through and through, let down by a terrible misstep, but otherwise pretty much fantastic in every way. Overall, Florida Project is just a great film. If you like this review, please give it a like. If you want to see more of my reviews, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and you can follow me on Letterboxd or on Twitter if you want to follow what movies I'm watching. Links in the description. And the Florida Project is a great film.